Hello. I'm not gonna lie, guys. I'm having a bit of issues with the camera. I think I've messed up the settings, and I've definitely spoke about this in another video. But just bear with, because it might not be the best footage. Just put my socks on. Excuse my hair. I just kind of like wanted to come and say hi. Just drinking my coffee. I think it might be cold by now. It's lukewarm. I'm so pale. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I just wanted to like come and chat to you about some recent thoughts we've been having. I'm really back on my self-growth podcast book grind, which is, I actually think, a very big step in my healing from heartbreak, because in the like first kind of days after my heartbreak, and months, let's not under exaggerate here, I really was like, what is the point in reading self-growth books, and what is the point in doing all this work, because shitty things still happen and I couldn't make sense of a lot of the stuff that had happened. So I don't know, I really lost the love of, I was just like, I don't care anymore about like self-growth and all that, which I think is just like a natural reaction when you are kind of having a difficult time. And I think I've maybe spoken about this, it's very hard to like force yourself to put a positive spin on it, and I think you have to wait, like you have to allow yourself to feel all the negativity, and the positive spin will almost come when it's ready. Yeah, I think particularly with heartbreak, you have to just let yourself feel all the negativity. And you know, in the beginning stages, everyone around you is trying to put a positive spin on it and like, you know, think about the good things and this kind of thing. And obviously that's only natural because people want to help, they want to do anything they can to make you feel better about a problem that ultimately they cannot help you with. But I think like, and people used to tell me like, you will see the good in it, you will see the silver linings in time, you will understand why certain things had to happen and all this kind of stuff. And I was literally like, shut up, go away, I hate love, I hate everyone, go away. And I think now, as I am nearly 6 months post heartbreak, it is just one of those things that you have to come to certain conclusions on your own. And no matter how much people tell you, you will not believe it and you will not feel it until you have come to those conclusions on your own. And it's so gradual. But I just think lately I've just been feeling a bit more reflective on what have I learned from this. And I read a passage in The Mountain Is You, my favourite book, don't stop going on about it, that was basically like, sometimes when you experience loss, what you then build from the loss is so profound and so great that it's kind of like, obviously I'm butchering it, this is the author said it way better, it's like the loss awakened something that was dormant inside of you, and you needed the loss to push you in that direction, so this thing, this, I don't know, energy, whatever, could get released. Maybe I butchered that, might have to insert the actual quote here. But I've just been starting to think, like, obviously the heartbreak has changed me in so many ways, and it's definitely been up there with the hardest time of my life, and I do think one day I am going to sit down and I'm going to properly talk about it, because I have so many, I probably spoke about this, but I've been doing video diaries, like, basically since the day the breakup happened, so I can really, like, watch it in real time. So, and I also think it's really important, because when someone's here at kind of a bit of a more stable end of the heartbreak, preaching about, like, it's gonna get better, I think it's so important to show your full journey of how you got there, because otherwise, like, I know when I was watching, like, YouTube videos and I was seeing people talk so positively, I was just like, fuck off. I was like, I don't believe you, go away. Whereas, like, if I can show people and show myself the kind of, like, depths and darkness that I came from, because I thought I was gonna die. Like, I literally thought I was gonna die, and it was horrible, and I didn't want to go on. And if I can show that and then show how I feel now, it's like, it's possible. Anyway, but yeah, so I just feel like lately I've just, like, I feel the most, like, connected to my true self than I ever have been, in how I am, in how I'm operating. And I don't know if that ever would have happened without this experience of heartbreak, at a hard relationship. And I'm still not saying I'm grateful it happened, because that's something I'm still really battling with. I'm not very grateful for the experience, but I do think that, it's so cheesy, but heartbreak makes you come home to yourself. And obviously every relationship is different, every breakup is different, every heartbreak is different. But for me personally, the way that I was within my relationship, like, I lost myself entirely to my anxiety, to my relationship, and I needed to come home to myself, and that was never going to happen for as long as I was with this person. And even though now, you know, I look around and I see all these couples, I see my friends in relationships, and sometimes it is like frustrating and it's upsetting, because it's like, why can't that be me, and why couldn't have that been me, and why couldn't have my relationship worked out, and all these different I want to be in a relationship kind of thing. And, you know, comparing yourself and all this. I'm trying to, like, use what's happening around me and, like, kind of change my response to it, change my perspective, that, like, maybe my journey right now is not about romantic love with another person, but it's about love with my friendships and with what I am doing and with myself. Why am I gonna cry? And I've definitely read, one of my quote books has something about that, which is like, maybe right now your journey isn't about love, and sometimes life gives you seasons of aloneness, and it's like what you can take from that. And I do feel a new profound love for my friends and, like, for myself, and, like, I'm trying to fall back in love with life again, because I was in such a dark place, like, during my relationship as well, that everything was just, like, clouded over, and I lost everything. And, like, yes, of course, being in a relationship has its positives, and it's being in love is really nice. But like this season of my life, I'm trying to view it as like the universe just needs me to come back to myself and focus again on what makes me happy, and finding myself and my being self-assured, so that when the right person does come along, I am in a good place to enter into a relationship. And I've learned from my previous relationship of things that I should not do, and should not bend my rules to fit someone else. Because I am still feeling the repercussions of things that happened in my relationship, things that were said in my relationship. It's 6 months on, and I've had to build my self-esteem back up from zero. And I've got to build a really strong foundation within myself, so that when an opportunity for a relationship comes along, I'm in a much better headspace and a much better place to be able to actually enjoy it, and to be able to say no when it doesn't feel right. So like sometimes, I mean, like, I have been getting a bit upset that like everyone seems to be in love and have someone, but the journey that I'm on right now is maybe so much more important than if I was to have a relationship right now, because I'm still experiencing profound love, but it's in different forms. It's with my friendships, and it's with myself, and it's for what I'm doing in my days. And just because it's not in a romantic way, it doesn't mean it's not any less important. I don't know, that's just how I've been feeling lately, and how I'm kind of like, how I'm moving through my heartbreak. As I said, it's not, you know, literally like just coming up to 6 months, and I'm only now starting to like appreciate the lessons that the heartbreak had. So it's not been easy, not at all. But if you are at a different stage in your healing, and if you're at a different stage of your breakup, the reflection and the appreciation of what this loss has taught you does come. I'm feeling very grateful for the life that I have built in the wake of the loss of another person. I think I've built a life that I'm happy with, that is rich in friendships and activities and spending time alone, and like maybe that's actually all I ever needed over the other stuff. Maybe that kind of thing is much more important for me and beneficial to my mental health and how I feel. That's my little Sunday chat, guys, about, sorry, I'm just cleaning my hairbrush. That's really, really nice, isn't it? My Sunday chat about some current thoughts. I'm gonna go to the gym now, so I will chat to you guys soon. Yeah, just keep putting one foot in front of the other. That's literally all I can advise, because in the darkest of my days, that's all I could do. I'll speak to you soon.